sir.
Let us start. Good morning, one and all. On behalf of Mining Engineers Association of India, headquarters Hyderabad, and on behalf of Mining Engineers Association of India, Belgaum chapter, I welcome all the participants for today's virtual seminar on application of drone survey and GIS techniques mining. Today we have with us Dr. Shrikant Gabale. He's Director, Unity Geospatial LLP from Pune. Before we start, we have lost one of our great teacher from Karnataka University, Dharwad, Professor V.C. Chavadi. He was my guide, research guide, under whom I did my PhD in 1993. I did my MPhil also under him. He was popular teacher for most of us. For remembering him, I request all of you to be 1 minute silence.
Sir, you are on mute. Sir, you are on mute.
Yeah, he was one of best teacher from Karnataka University, Dharwad. It's a great loss for us, especially his research students, and we mourn his sad demise. Just yesterday, day for yesterday. I request Yogesh to introduce today's guest speaker, Dr. Gabale. Yogesh, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. It's my immense pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Shrikant Gabale. Sir has completed his master's in geomorphology. He is postgraduate diploma holder in environment and sustainable development from IGNOU. Sir has a PhD in urban geomorphology from Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit Pune in 2016. Other than this, he has several courses: UAV drone remote sensing, surface utility engineering, that is detection and mapping of underground utility, etc. Sir has completed more than 6 major projects and guided MTech students in their dissertation projects also. Sir has published 8 research papers in national and international journals. He has been a writer and also has more than 20 expert lectures in various institutions. Sir has been working since more than 8 years in GIS remote sensing, urban geomorphology, UAV drone mapping and data processing. His experience applicable for urban planning, water supply management, utility mapping, environment assessment, etc. Currently, Sir is working as a director in Unity Geospatial LLP. With this brief introduction, I present before you Dr. Shrikant Gabale, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Yogesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Yogesh. Yeah. Let's hear from Shrikant, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Pramod sir, and entire team inviting me on your platform. Actually, I'm not a geologist, very frankly speaking. I'm a geographer. Even in this session, I will learn from your end what exactly geological perspective. But here, as per my knowledge, little bit knowledge regarding the drone survey and application for the mining purpose. Okay. So before that, I would like to introduce about my company. Basically, we are the Unity Group. Under the Unity Group, we have 5 different companies: Unity iWorld, Unity Knowledge, Unity Motion Picture, Unity MEK from US, and Unity Geospatial. Under this, from last 20 years, the entire group is working, especially for water and related things. We are ISO company. We are associated with international agencies, universities related to research, some of the projects, definitely. And main founder is Mr. Mahesh Pathak and Anaka Pathak. With Mahesh Pathak, I'm heading this entire Unity Geospatial wing. So now we're providing basically UAV related aspects, GPR related services, fleet management, image processing, all the GIS applications. And we are working especially for the town planning related activity and physical infrastructure related parts. So anything related to GIS and application development, definitely I would like to mention that we as a Unity, we just completed and supported government of Maharashtra for the COVID related part. So it's a major contribution from our end. Now I will come to our main right now. Basically, just one introduction related to company. But now with Unity Geospatial, we have different kind of UAV. UAV means unmanned aerial vehicle, especially we can say drone. And we have Phantom 4 Pro, Mavic Pro. It's a quadcopter, and there is another one important part in the drone pass is the fixed wing. So with the help of this kind of drones, we are always dealing with most of the surveys, not only in a mining part, but especially in a urban area, even agriculture, even most of the water related projects, especially pipeline designing, pipeline demarcation, stormwater management, sewage network analysis, everything. We are using this drone technology in a disciplinary perspective. Basically, when we're dealing with a drone and in a mining part, so in an open pit mine or a quarry, we can say a drone survey refer to the use drone, and it's very challenging to use a drone in a hilly section, but especially when we're dealing with the mining area, it's not every time possible to go with the DGPS total station on site and track the exact altitude, exact position, identify the objectives. With the help of you, it's very, very easy to fly and capture all the object in the mining area with your controller and your drone. That's the interesting part. Here, RGB based camera is sufficient, and no required. If you require a multi-band analysis, then we can use the high perspective cameras. Even we can use a LiDAR on drone. So LiDAR is a new technology right now, and most of the we can say forest area we are using the LiDAR right now. But here, RGB based camera is sufficient to capture the area. With the help of drone, we are not capturing only images. We are creating the digital elevation model, ortho models, point cloud data for identify the exact altitude, exact topography, exact objectives on that particular area. So 3D modeling, and with the help of DEM, digital elevation model or digital terrain model, will create the contours, will identify the contours. And if you identify the exact contour formation, then it's easy to understand all the aspects on that particular topography. So digital surface modeling, that's the important part. With the help of drone images, we are going to create the digital surface modeling. For example, right now in front of you, there is one sample image. So green objects are showing the exact position of the drone with cameras, and after capturing the same one, see, after analyzing with the perspective with specific software, the output will be like this. Now where we can use the drone and how we can deal with the drone for especially for a mining purpose, that's the important part. First of all, safety and risk management is very important in a mining area. Basically slump prediction, then stability monitoring, erosion detection, asset location, damage assessment, incident monitoring, and livestock location. That's a very important part in a mining area. Most of the time, I just mentioned that every time is not possible to go with your total station and DGPS and mark the area and identify the exact object. But with the help of drone, we can fly the drone and identify the position, identify the slump prediction, identify the stability modeling. Even we can asset the location. We can asset the any disaster related situation, any cracks, any slumping, anything related to that particular mining site. Then daily routine and controls. That's very important. Basically, regular safety in site survey. If you want to go from A position, from A to B position, you have to know the exact, current situation of that particular position. And at that time, we can capture the images or video also, both things. So before going to site, you just identify the exact disaster related activities in that particular area. Then management planning is important. Security and asset protection. Security, I just mentioned that. And monthly routine also, mapping. We can map your daily, your monthly, weekly, progress. We can map what exactly you are going to do, how much detailed digging you have done, even cut and fill analysis, total volume of your soil and everything. You can say whatever you working. Then legal part, boundary and disciplinary. That's the important part. And most of the time we are just digging and we don't know the total area, but here we can just identify the area and then we'll finalize the location. That's the important part. Then another one part here, strategy planning. Most of the time it's very difficult to identify the roads. Even see, when you are a geologist, if we want to build a road in a hilly region, hilly terrain. So at that time, we need to identify the gradient, slope, everything, total distance, width of that particular road. Here, area will be small, here is small, but in that particular area, we need to identify the exact road, circular road. So here we can use the drone and with the help of DTM, we'll identify the gradient and we'll design the roads here. Then financial things. Stockpile, that's very important. Stockpile volumetric calculation. I just mentioned the cut and fill things. So when we have the exact volume of that cutting and filling, then stockpile volumetric calculation will very important in this particular. Then mobile and static resources calculation. Definitely, how much resource you want to deploy in that particular location. That's the important part. And right now, most of the time, see, with your experience and without any technological aspect, there are some disaster related aspects are definitely involved. But if you have a technological, support, then we'll reduce the disaster related situations. We can control our financial things. If we plan the exact planning of that particular mining site, so definitely we'll achieve our goals within all the norms. Then environment related aspects, water leakage detection, vegetation encroachment. This is the important part here. Water leakage detection. If you identify any lineaments and any water leakage related aspects, so we'll avoid the in future disaster related aspects. So here in the drone part, we just need to concentrate on this environment related aspects. Then vegetational encroachment. Okay, as far as the infrastructure is concerned, track and assess conditions, then watershed, drainage, hydrological aspects, like plane inspection, these all things are involved in mining related part as far as the drone is concerned. Now, I will come this slide later, but first of all, I just wanted to mention that if you want to fly the drone, you have to identify the exact, flying path. In first image, top view of the initial image position, the green line follow with the position of image in time strategy for the large blue dots. See, these are the exact, this is the exact position of the one of the mining site. I just fly the drone and with this particular pattern with particular overlaps. Okay. So after capturing the drone, we need to, process the entire images. After the processing, we have to align the images. I will show the one demo right now here. First of all, we'll open the demo here. Okay, see.
Somebody is marking on the PPTs. Please do not do that.
Have we clear this?
Yeah. Somebody has marked some, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
So see here, I have almost different kind of images right now. So I will show you images here. See, these are the images captured with the drone with 60-meter altitude with 75% overlap. So we can easily identify the changes here, this particular area. Now I will mark this particular area. Roads is just like an escarpment. Just I'm mentioning that. Some of the tree cover. Okay. So likewise, then okay, so almost 286 images we have captured right here. Okay, almost 286 images. And now, as far as the concern, see, this is tie points. I just mentioned that after the capturing the images, this is the tie point. This is AGI software. The position. Each and every image having GCP point, GPS, even latitude and longitudes. And with the help of that images, after overlapping, see the output is like that, like this. Okay. Now, this is point cloud data. We just need to identify anything, any particular area. Likewise. See, these are the camera positions, image positions. Okay. We can check the height also, likewise. My flying height. All the images are overlapped with 75%. You know the photogrammatical related aspects. I'm not going in depth in the photogrammatics right now, but yes, here we captured with the help of that image. This is point cloud data. Then point cloud, after the point cloud, we have generated dense cloud here. Likewise, dense cloud in a mesh format. See. When we can identify the exact cuttings, positions, there are some roads, okay, accessibility. Even I just mentioned in earlier slide, route planning, strategy planning, disaster mitigation related aspects. So with the help of this kind of things, we'll identify the exact, up next road, even when, where to enter in that particular pit, or what if anything is happened, for example, water leakage, how to tackle that problem. Everything will help of this image, because every time it's not possible to go with on site and just capture the photos with your regular camera. But here, see, then again, there is another one important part is the 3D modeling. See, almost with the tie point, with 285 images, we have created almost 1,70,000 points with the help of 285 images. That's the important part here right now. And then even next stage, for a dense cloud, more than 3 crores points we have created for a dense cloud. Even for one single object, you can just imagine that with one single object, how many points we have right now creating, and with each and every point having latitude, longitude, and z axis, means altitude. So based on the position is here we are creating all the things. Then DEM, digital elevation model, that's the important part here. See, minimum and maximum height we have just identified here. Minimum 463 meter and maximum 665 meter. So here, based on this legend, we can easily identify the total altitude formation. Okay. So now see the position in a 3D format, and here I'm just going to open all the data, process data. And then another one important part, not only we are creating the point cloud data and digital elevation model, we are creating the ortho mosaic image, like satellite aerial image. See, now that's the important part. See, cranes are there, they're working, roads, everything. And even we can measure the rock here. See, 178 meter. So now the crane position, there's some crushing sites, pond locations, trees, some of the vehicles. We can even mark the vehicles. Even if you want to identify the width of the road, yes, we can identify the width of the road. See, almost 5 meter, and my accuracy here is like 5 to 10 centimeter. 5 to 10 centimeter. But here, just because of the depression, and I have received the accuracy almost 19 centimeter per pixel accuracy. That's the important part. Right now, for Google Earth, we're dealing with 8 to 10 meter accuracy. For SRTM data, 30 meter accuracy. But here, we're dealing almost 10 to 20 meter, 20 centimeter accuracy. So that's very, very important part, because see, when you receive the accurate data, then with the help of that data, we'll capture and analyze all the things very accurately. This is required right now. Now, I'm just opening the DSM here. The same data which is captured right now, a process we can say. So first of all, we have to align the photos. We need to create the tie points, then create the dense cloud here. See, tie point, dense cloud, 3D modeling, DEM, and last one is the ortho mosaic. Okay. Even we can analyze, or we can create DTM. I will explain what is the difference between DEM and DTM. Okay. Now see, the same part is processed is in front of you. Okay, same area. And now I'm going to superimpose ortho image on that particular very. If you want to see in a 3D format, so definitely we can see. You can check it. See, if you want to, this is the height. Yeah, check it. So with one drone, with this multi 285 images, we have created DEM and ortho image. And with the help of both images, see, we easily identifying the ground situation. Just reducing the height. Actually, exaggeration is high right now here. So almost 0.7. So now 0.5 is sufficient right now. Okay, this is sufficient. So see my entry position, my route, everything can identify. And after this data, you can cross check cross sections. See likewise. Yeah, cross sections. And this is second one, longitudinal profile of that particular mining site. Okay. Even we can create the we can say stream ordering, watersheds, view shade, everything as far as the photogrammetry is concerned. So now even we can calculate total volume. Even we can calculate if you want to work on only particular patch, for example this particular patch, so you can work on this particular patch. You want to identify only one particular area, so definitely you can. So likewise, then yeah, then raster calculator also here. See again, it's like a NDVI and an NDWI. If you know the exact color matrix for format or signatures, you just put it here. We'll access the entire data here. There's another one interesting part, just like ARDAS and ArcGIS. On ArcGIS and ARDAS, we're dealing with the raster calculator. Here also, we'll definitely use that one. Now, second, I'm just come to this particular slide. Same thing. Now, drone. Yes, I just mentioned that georeference ortho image. See, this is georeference. That's the important part. We not need to georeference any image. Here, we'll have latitude and longitude and Z axis. With that, see, we are creating this miracle right now. This is a digital elevation model, and then yes, you can create the contour also within some seconds, up to 1 meter, whatever, 0.5 meter, even same centimeter also. If you need to identify any particular portion on a minor level. What is the difference between digital terrain model and digital surface model? See, here right now we have created DSM. Even with the help of DSM, we creating the digital terrain model also. Both things. Digital terrain model is having any object, only terrain on digital terrain model. Here I will explain one interesting part here. Let's see. See in tool, dense count, classify ground control. Okay. Yes. It's just a read mode only for your reference. Actually, it will require some time. Meanwhile, even we can convert this. You can remove all the trees, any object like buildings, trees. We can remove here from here, and after that, See, after removing all the trees, any buildings, it will look like this, DTM. So any kind of terrain analysis will require only DTM data. So right now, with this particular drone images or drone related softwares, we create the DTM also. Now, why we required drones for mining? That's a very important part. See, okay, we'll create the orthomosaic, we'll create the DEM, DTM, but why it's required? First of all, with the regular GNSS survey, like a DGPS survey, see, we'll just calculate them the few points. Only a few data points can be calculated or created. Steep slope are often overlooked. Most of the time, it's not possible to see here. We're identifying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points only. But what about this particular portion? What about this particular steep slope? But here, with the help of drone survey, see what we are going to do. We are identifying each and every hundreds of points we're creating, hundreds of points. I just mentioned that within 285 images, we have created lakhs of points. That's the important part in any kind of minute detail. Okay. Then this particular survey made it possible to reduce the deviation in stockpile volume calculation. That's important. If you want to calculate the overall stockpile volume, then you need minute details to generate and improve base file for stockpiling and produce more accurate financial statement and regulatory check. See, in mining, major concentration on financial and resource related aspects. If you want to avoid the financial, things, overburden and all kind of things, so you have to know the accurate data. Okay. Then second, faster and easily repeatable mining survey at low cost. See, with total station and DGPS or any kind of things will require number of days, maybe months to calculate all map all the mining site. But here within 1 to 2 days, we'll capture all the data within 1 to 2 days. See, flight plan is 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes up to 60, we can say 60-meter height, will capture almost 1 square kilometer, 2 square kilometer area within 20 minutes. That's the interesting part. And in 1 day, we'll capture more than 5 to 6 square kilometer area with one single drone. If we have a fixed wing drone, but in fixed wing drone, in 1 day, we'll capture 10 square kilometer area. This is the important part as far as the drone data is concerned. So capturing data with drone is up to 30 times faster than the traditional land-based method, and do not require the presence of surveyor on site. Within one drone operator, we can fly or capture all the data. No required additional resources right now. You can easily collect the data yourself and frequency based suited to your site for rapid data turnaround. Change between two surveys can be tracked and highlighted automatically over the long term, and the cost of surveying and monitoring are sustainably reduced. That's important. 30 times higher data, faster data collection with the help of drone as per as the traditional surveys concerned. And second, the improving worker and site safety management. That's another important part. Most of the time, site safety is very essential part in a mining area. So with the drone allow you to survey a part of the mine or quarry that are normally difficult to access with traditional surveying equipment. Just for example, you want, with the help of DGPS, you want to identify the points with RTK based surveying. So every time we need to, stand maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes for acquiring the points. But here, remotely with safer site with particular distance, will capture the data. This eliminates the hazardous employee typically face while working through dangerous zones, navigating active sites and climbing onto stockpiles. No need to climb in a stockpiles. That's the important part. Okay. So 100% safety as far as the surveying option is concerned. So this is one part. See, these are the two drones. One is the first one is the fixed wing, and second is the quadcopter. And right now we are using quadcopter for most of the sites. If we have, want to capture the most higher area, then we can use the fixed wing. Okay. For any kind of flight planning, so this is the important part. You have to identify overlaps, 75 front overlap. For example, I just wanted to draw one things. For example, this is one image. Okay. My second image for a front overlap will be like this. Okay. This is my second. Now, hello. Hello.
Yeah. You can. It's
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, sure. Then for side overlap, it will look like this. Okay. It will like this. Images. So same thing. Front overlap, side overlap, images. And even we can set the mapping flight speed also. Even starting waypoint 1, 2, 3. If you want, even see, we are capturing the data 2 hectare area within 10 minutes with 162 images. We require only one battery. Okay. There's something interesting part here. Yeah. Now, ideal flight flying 50 or 85, it's depend, and difficult to don't even when you doing any kind of flight planning, we have to avoid this kind of things. Okay. Now, next one. Now come to the actual analytical part. Another flight is used to best plan with cut and fill calculation, volume analysis, which is important in any kind of stockpit. So here, see, there is one cutting and filling and net total part. It's in front of you right now. Okay. So cut and fill calculation is very important most for any kind of stock fill analysis. Even when you you want to design any road in a hilly section, so at that time you can use the same thing. You can say use your drone related aspects. Is one part. Then second, the cut and fill net volume and area are instantly calculated once a shape is drawn over a stock fill. You have to just mark the area, and after marking the area, see, cut and fill, net volume, total area in square feet, everything will highlight on your screen. That's important part here after the capturing the drone data. Then multiple volume can be measured. Multiple volume, not only one. At a time we can measure the multiple value and we'll export the in a PDF JPG file, IMG file for analysis. See, right now, as far as the research papers is concerned, basically we are trying to concentrating on you just try to concentrate on drone related softwares. Every time it's not possible to buy the software, but some demo softwares are available. Even if you just fly the drone, accurate drone, don't use any marriage related drone. Marriage, most of the drone operator, they're using drones in a marriage ceremony to capture the videos. But here, we're strictly, on our company, we are using only higher end drone to capture such kind of, sites. Sorry. Then display slope, degree, percentage, or any kind of plan. For example, I just draw the data. 0.1, 0.2, total distance and total, a degree and even percentage of that particular slope. Even 0.2 to 3, again, slope. This is specifically for important to identify the gradient of that particular area. Okay, if you want to calculate the exact gradient to, identify the roads and all kind of things, so you are just use this tool. Then measuring volume in specific area from custom based plan. Only you want to identify one particular position. Yes, see, I just draw this one part, and in your right side image, the total cut volume is there, filling is there, and net also here there. So visualization is very important right now. Instead of every time just sketching the drawings and printing any image in a 2D form, you have to present all the data in a 3D. That's important right now. So yes, we can create 2D or 3D data like this, but in animation related activity, and cut and fill analysis done using the complete surface of the mine. Complete surface can use not only one particular area, but even multiple areas identification. That's even cut and fill analysis upon using another flight based on plan. Multiple area, you just identify the area and see if you want to dump anything in that area. So yes, you can, no problem. Then hazard identification and mitigation. See, if you observe any crack, just identify. Due to the busy nature of mine site squaring, worker safety is priority. And with a high resolution image from the drone, you can inspect otherwise difficult to access or high traffic area in that site without endangering yourself or any worker. See, you just visualize your data. I just process data, and even most of the time, for example, this is the data. I just open the data right now. Okay. Even as per my knowledge, I don't know most of the hazardous things of the mining area, but yes, as a geologist, you may know. Even you just check each and every part like this, and suddenly you will observe, there is some destructions here. See here, there is some drainage related leakages are here. So just because of that, they're creating some ponds. Suppose high floods, any high rainfall is happened. So what will be next things with this particular area? So everything, it's up to you. It's up to your analysis. It's up to your experience. We can identify all the data. Likewise, there is some restrictions here. We don't know. You just capture the data, and as an expert, you go through each and every object, each and every site, and track, observe, and find out any kind of disaster related things. Or as far as the financial is concerned, strategic planning is concerned, environment related aspect is concerned, let's just go through with this particular images. Yeah. So now, see, there is one inspecting the specific points of mine and all the images associated with the flights. Not only we are creating, identifying the 3D or DEM based or ortho based data, even we can track the images also. Whatever data, we have 285 images right now on this particular example. So you can check images with high resolution. I will show you what the resolution right now we are using here. See, this is the pixel. I don't know you're saying or not, but yes, we can check here. See, 0.05 meter, that's the accuracy. Okay, as far as the ortho image is concerned, that's the accuracy. And even I just mentioned that you can measure any object. Likewise, see here, I'm just measuring the site total length 18 to 18.6 meter. Okay, so only you require the accurate image with particular height. Don't cross drone flying height up more than 60 or 70. If yes, it's a trainee at hilly region with ups and down, then you can use you can cross the 80 meter. But in India, as far as the DGCA norms, in India is not allowed to cross 200 feet flight. Okay. Now, see, 2D and 3D view allow to identify the erosions and wall damages or any potential hazards. Any potential hazards. I just meant we seen that. Now, likewise, as per my understanding, as per my knowledge, as per my experience, I have mentioned most of the things related to mining with the help of drone technology. So if you have any questions, you just ask me. Thank you for your valuable time and giving the opportunity to present in front of you. Yeah.
Thank you, Shrikant. And it was wonderful presentation. Many of us are new to drone survey and other aspects, but many mining engineers are there. They are really beneficial from your presentation. In fact, wonderful presentation. Now we'll open the session for question and answer. You can close your presentation and share. Yeah. Those who want to ask questions, open your unmute yourself and you can ask question or type in the chat box.
I just received one message from E. Kupaswamy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sir, I think there is one more.
Yeah, there is one question from
Anushka.
Can I use this chat box, and with the help of chat box we'll refer all the questions?
Yes, yes.
Sure, sir. That will be best.
Just a second. There is one question from Nitin Mr. Shukla. Just wanted to know when will we get the attended link? Okay, sorry.
So there is one more
AGI
question.
software is paid. Yes, is AGI software is paid. You have to purchase this software. Then how can we manage? How can we measure accurate height in terrain where trees are trees of different heights and growths? See here, I just mentioned that with the help of this terrain. Yes, I will share one screen how to measure the trees. Okay, how to differentiate trees and terrain. Okay. Yeah. See here, with the help of this dense cloud tool, classify cloud point. Okay, I have already classified. I just wanted to export. Okay, build DM. So now I already classified. I just wanted to remove never classified areas, low points, noise. Only you have to maintain the ground data. Okay, only you have to the ground data. Just open and saving data is disabled, demo mode, no problem, and just try to export as a DEM. See, okay, very simple process. Now then we will identify the difference between plain terrain and with trees and any building footprints. Likewise. Yeah. Then next question.
Whether we can do same work on ArcGIS, Manish Meshram has asked.
Yeah, after capturing the data, creating DM digital elevation model and orthomosaic, then we'll process anything on ArcGIS, no problem. But for a drone image data processing, we required AGIsoft. Even Esri having their own another one, drone based software is the Drone2Map. So you can use that Drone2Map software. Even Pix4D is another one software. You can use that. There is one fantastic software to process any kind of drone related drone images. Okay. So how many GCP required per square kilometer for geo rectify of images? It is undulated topography. Is drone fly at a constant height or fly parallel topography? What should be ideal drone height while surveying in mining area? Great question from Mr. Sudhakar, sir. Actually, at least we required 50 in this particular area, 50 to 100 meter GCPs. Distance between two GCPs, 50 to 100 meter. So for GCP, when you capturing the GCPs, then we get the accurate data. If your drone is built with the, GPS based drone system, so definitely then you not required any GCP on ground. You just use your drone based part. RTK based drones are available in market now. In a mining site, most of the expert they're using the RTK based drones. So here you can use RTK based drone to capture this kind of analysis, no problem. How to count a number of trees? No, not possible to count the number of trees with the help of drone, because see, in a photogrammetry, when same signatures having with per pixels, when you process the data, then it's very challenging to create one similar image. Okay, in a photogrammetry, even on water body, it's not possible to process the drone related data with the help of water bodies. For trees, you have to go for if you want to count a tree, then use the LiDAR based drone. Don't use any RGB based drone. Okay, that's the second one part. Then another one important part in a tree related aspect. If you want only total volume of the tree and periphery, then you can use that RGB based camera drone, no problem. Is there need to take a permission to carry out drone survey? Yes, in India, we have to take a permission from the local police, okay, or authority, any kind of drone related drone capturing. Yes, you have to take a permission. Can we generate the surface geological plan and one? I don't know geological. What is this geological plans? Because right now, okay, can you explain me surface geological plan? What exactly you want to mention? We can observe only ground object based, structures, not underground with the drone. That's completely clear with that. It's just on ground objects we can definitely identify. Then can it be used to geological perspective work like management bauxite? Yes, definitely we can use. And that's why this is, I think, thanks to Dr. Pramod Hanumangan sir, who, inviting me for this particular topic. Definitely you can use. How to select altitude, why it's 60, not 50 or likewise. Yeah, that's a very good question. See, if you fly with lower altitude, you will get the high accuracy. But most of the time, when undulated surface, you have to maintain your height. Okay, if any higher altitude objects will counter, then your drone will collapse. So just because of that, you have to maintain one systematic height. And even if high altitude area, I just mentioned that you have to fly more than 60 meter. If it's a plain area, even then you can fly up to 40 meter, 50 meter, no problem. It's up to you. You have to know the ground situation. Then how accurate is drone taken picture from aerial photographs? Definitely it's a very accurate. I just mentioned 5 centimeter to 20 centimeter. That's the accuracy. And even with satellites, this accuracy will never get with the satellite. That's why most of the experts, they're using the drones in India. And in India right now, very strict drone activities are very strict. You have to take a permissions and everything. And most of the time you have to submit your data to police department. What exactly you have captured. Okay. Then have you done any work in coal mines? How you done? Okay.
Have you done?
Exactly. But yes, I just mention everything. Likewise, I done my work for a coal related activity. I will say, even if you're interested, I will show you one interesting footage for a drone. Just give me a minute. Thank you for this question. Yeah, there is one coal factory. Just a second, I will share the screen.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen right now. Just a second. Yeah, it's a visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. This is one of the coal factory area, and this is the train.
Hello, sir.
So likewise, not only images, but you can capture the videos also to identify the area. Not exactly mining site, but just, for a transport related perspective, they use this part. See, it's up to you how much data you required, how how to visualize the sites, everything. And depend on your objectives, depend on your requirements. You can identify the data. You can identify your methodology, video capturing, image capturing, everything. Okay. Likewise, I'll just going forward. Even we can calculate the number of stocks. So most of the time what happen, some of the containers will empty. So with the help of drone, without any going on site or checking each and every container, you just go fly the drone and check the ground situation. Likewise. Okay, see.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, please.
this is Kuppuswamy speaking from MECL Mineral Exploration Corporation. Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, the person has asked about the surface geological plans. So
Yeah.
I would like,
Please explain me what exactly you required.
I have not asked about below the surface. Subsurface, I have not asked. Suppose it's
Okay.
a mapping. You
Okay.
see, normally how we do in the mines now, we take the prisms and it will be captured by total station, and that values will be taken and plotted onto that plans, and we'll link the contacts, we form the geological plan. This is the way geological plan is made. So
Okay.
again, further this plans will get generated. Hard copy of the plans will generate. That will be submitted for the government agencies. So
Okay.
as per the Mines Act and all. So quite interesting what you have given, that drones can survey very faster than the what we are doing it.
Exactly.
So,
Then
yeah.
you can use this drone part.
Yeah, you can use it, but is it possible to generate the plans, maps and plans, which can?
Yes.
Is it approved by the Mines Act and the Indian Bureau of Mines?
Sorry, but I don't know that it's approved or not. I'm not the expert, but any kind of data with capture with the drone, with accurate data, nothing can object on that. Frankly speaking, right now I'm going to fly tomorrow in Telangana drone. Especially there is special order for NGT.
National Green Tribunal.
Allowing.
Sir, one more thing.
Yes.
Please go ahead, your point. After that, I will listen you. After that, I'll ask you. Please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So even we can use this drone, any kind of data capturing, data analysis, and even in Pune, especially for a smart city. Even there is one case in High Court, we have used the drone data to deal with that aspect. Even most of the environment clearance related aspects, if you want to identify any road encroachment, tree cutting, even that time we have used the drone technology here. So definitely, as per my understanding, but I don't know your act related part, but yes, we can use the drone.
However, we would like to know more about in your preparation of the plans and maps.
Okay.
So
sure.
I SMS my mobile number to you. Could you please keep in touch with me, mobile number and mail ID?
Sure. Thank you very much.
Is it possible?
Sure.
So apart from this, as a subject interest, I would like to ask you: is that mine you shown first time? Is it from the Goa?
Very frankly speaking, sorry to mention that I don't want to disclose the site
Yeah, no
because
problem.
of the
I
NDA.
got you. I think it's from
You
Goa.
know
I think
all
not.
what the sensitive
Yes, I know. I think
is.
presumably it is from Goa. I hope so. I know that. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, it's not on
Thank
the
you.
interest only I asked you. I SMS my phone number and mail ID to you. Please keep on corresponding to me. I am interested on that. To
Sure.
next
Thank you
next
very
stage
much.
of this thing. Okay. My name is
Thank
Kupu
you.
Sama. I'll SMS my
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks
I
for
got it.
the-
Yeah. Next question. Just second. Sorry. How to select altitude, TK? What will be regular? How you can do? What is the accuracy of volume calculation? I just mentioned that's in centimeter. That's the accuracy. You know, and I have shown. See, accuracy is based on the pixels. So definitely, I just shown you the pixels. The users go through with that. Accuracy is almost in centimeter. Then how is the compatibility of AGI soft with other software like Serpac, AutoCAD, Minesoft? No problem. You can convert. You can use the data and convert as per your requirement. For example, if you calculate the data in a .shp format for any kind of contour, you can convert in DXF file and you can use in AutoCAD. No worry. So data conversion is a totally different part. So you can use so most of the GI softwares to calculate the database. No worry. How is capability? Yes. Then can we use satellite-based data in AGI Soft? No. This is totally different one. AGI Soft is specifically for drone data processing. So I will suggest to stick with that part only. What type of drones one can use for research proposal is up to you. Fixed wing, quadcopter, any kind of drone you can use in a research proposal is up to you and as per your research standards. There is no requirement. You just require the accuracy and accurate data capturing. Understand some softwares of drone developed to count tree and also classify, measure the girth height. Yes, if you have LiDAR data, then you can use. It's a AI based artificial intelligence and machine learning related softwares are there. You can easily count the tree's girth and even tree height also. No worry. How will we convert drone images into point data? Yes, I just mentioned that you need to use the software and just command the specific control point, and then we'll capture, convert all drone images to the point cloud data. What will the approximate cost for survey of 75 hectare greenfield limestone mine project? Rick, you can please contact me personally. I will explain everything. No problem. For this 75 hectare area. No problem. Thank you. Is it possible to generate plans? Yes, we can. It's possible. Sand mining. Yeah. Yes. We can use drone in sand mining area. No problem. Is it accurate in sand mining? Yes, definitely. It is accurate. What will be the cost of drone surveying per hectare of mining projects? I request to call me personally or contact me personally. I will definitely share these things. Best altitude for videography, weather plan, Phantom 4 is good or some other drones for videography. No problem. You just put 4K image supportive drones are available. You can use a Phantom, Mavic, any local made in India drones, no problem. And right now, government of India is trying to focus on the make in India drones. So you can use that drone. For drone capturing, even you can use your own drones also to capture videos, definitely. Oh, quite interesting. Thank you. Please explain the flight plan again. Flight plan. Okay. For a flight plan, I will just again open this slide. and just explain what exactly that. The second, within half a minute. Yeah, see here, when you want to fly the identify the entire area, you have to set the front and side overlaps with flight speed. So here, see 75% is front overlap and side overlap is 70%. So accordingly, my flight will start from this particular point to this one. Like it will stop here, turn, stop, turn, likewise, and per second, 6 seconds, after 6 seconds, he is going to capture the images with these particular points, red spots, likewise. This is simple and quick explanation. Yeah. Then what are the statutory clearance to be obtained prior to undertake the drone survey? Yes, definitely. We have to take a permission from the concerned authority, for example, police department, and even if it's under the forest area, so you have to take a permission from the forest department. And after the permission, then you have to fly the drones. Without permission, it's very, please avoid. It's not good as far as the security is concerned. One more clarification, if I have annual development production plan of the mine, can it possible to measure the volume of excavation using drone survey data and production plan? Definitely you can use. I just mentioned in one slide how to calculate the cut and fill and your total stockpile volume calculation. Yes, we can use that. Suppose the mine survey is carried out by using the total station and RL is reference MSL. In drone data, I suppose to the data is to be ellipsoid. If we measure in a volume, it will go into the accurate. Definitely you can use. I just mentioned that another one point, you have to take a DGPS points as a ground control point, GCP points to manage that one. If your drone is RTK drone, then no need to capture that one. Even I have mentioned one slide with the DGPS, we will capture only 5 points, but here with drone, we can capture the multiple points. Okay, likewise. I will share my email ID right now after this entire. Shrikant sir, please answer my question. Which one can you Ashutosh DWIVE? Which question is your? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Ashutosh, you can ask directly. Unmute yourself.
Maybe I have missed you, but there are a number of questions are here.
Yeah. Again,
the cost of the expansion in mine expenses in mining. Okay. You just drop a message to me. I will share my email ID and pass mobile. We'll discuss anything cost related things here. Will there be any problem while capturing image in sand mining as dew or reflection? I need to check the sand, because in sand, dunes is very challenging to capture the images because of the same texture and pixelite, properties. It's very challenging. But even we have flied in a UAV, Dubai for in oily pit area, I think. Yeah. But it depend on your site, how much the total volume of site, ups and downs, plane, everything. You need to check. If you want to just share me the Google location, we'll cross check the that site. No problem. Then do you use machine learning as well as drone survey monitoring? Yes, actually when you're dealing with any kind of drone image, it's a part of a machine learning. Image processing is with the machine learning aspect. Okay. Yeah. There is one question from Mr. Sagar. Kindly explain about the legal part, like taking drone pilot license, permission to fly and all. Okay. In India, there are only few institutes they're having, drone pilot related licensing things. Even right now, no one having the drone license. This is very important statement right from my end. But you have to register your drone to DigiSky. Okay, you have to register your drone to DigiSky. I have personally completed my training from Space Government of India Space Department. You know that Shillong site, Northeast Space Application Center, from Northeast Space Application Center. I completed my 21 days training from that institute. Even you can approach that, but yes, you have to submit your certification, your experience, your permissions to concerned department. Explain about the legal part I just mentioned, Kiran. Yeah. Then can we convert process drone image using Global Mapper to other software? Yes, we can use, no problem. Data conversion is totally different part. You can use any software like Global Mapper, ArcGIS, ERDAS, even QGIS also. So data conversion is not a big deal. So you just use any GIS software. Yeah. I think questions are completed. How to survey 45 and 45 North UTM zones? Okay, no require conversion. Projection is totally a different part. You just capture the data and you can use any projection. I have flight my drone in Bhutan, almost completed 9 to 10 projects in Bhutan for Royal Government of Bhutan. We have trained Bhutan military. So no need to worry about any kind of projection. You just set, first of all, it's up to you which drones you're using. So likewise, you have to set your projection details to drone, no problem. Do you impart any training program? Yes, if you required. So we'll for under the Dr. Pramod sir, we'll conduct one, drone training program for your association. Definitely, we'll work on that. No problem. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think
Yeah,
I have tried my best to, to answer questions, and in time constraint also here. It's not possible to explain everything.
Yeah, I think you have given your mail and phone number. People can ask.
Yes, I will put it here. Just a second.
Yeah, and meanwhile,